Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, guys. In this video, we're going to be addressing some problems with the Salafi approach in Aqeedah. Okay, so we're going to go over some attributes. So let's write the attributes: hand, okay, knowledge. These are things that they affirm. Okay, knowledge. Descent, Nuzul. Okay, Nuzul. Then Malal and laughter, and there are many more. Okay, so now I'm going to show you that they are inconsistent. Okay, so usually, how should I approach this? Basically, they are inconsistent when it comes to this sort of attributes, this type. Okay, so in this one they can be somewhat consistent. When it comes to these ones, they are not consistent, and that's what I'm going to show in this video. So they have a principle that you should apply whatever it is you apply to one attribute, that's what you apply to all. Okay, they said you cannot apply one kind of approach to hand and then you don't use it on knowledge, and that's actually their critique of the Ash'aris. They say, why are you making a distinction between the concrete and the abstract? Okay, you notice when you charge the Salafi that you are affirming body for God, you will say, do you affirm knowledge? Do you affirm existence? Do you affirm distance? And then the Ash'ari will say, but these are abstract concepts. These are ma'na. You say no. There's no difference between ma'na and the concrete one. So there's no distinction. That's what they are trying to do. Now, they already so that's their principle. Okay, that's what we're going to use on them now. Apply to all. And they also have a thing about the fluid. So they will say the fluid al-ma'na, okay, and al-kayf. Okay, so they will say, the Ash'aris, they believe in tafwid al-ma'na. We don't believe this. We believe in tafwid al-kayf. We don't know the how, but we know the meaning. Okay, so now how does this work? Now let me now show you. By the way, we don't know the meaning of malal. Malal is literally boredom, okay, or tiredness. So nuzul is descent, malal is tiredness or boredom. Laughter, of course, you know what is laughter, to laugh. Okay, so now let's now take how they approach some of these things. So let's take hand, for instance. So they will say, we know the meaning of hand, we know the meaning, hand meaning, but we don't know how. Okay, we don't know the how. Now the problem is that it's true, they don't know the how, just like they don't know the how of anything. It's not just, see, you might be thinking that it's only God, they don't know the how. They don't know the how of angels or jinn, the hand of a jinn. They don't know the how of the hand of the jinn too, because they've not seen it yet, and it's definitely different from ours. So for instance, they will give you like a human, ant, or dog. For instance, now they say, normally there's no tashbih between all of them, but we know the how of the ant and the dog because we have seen it. Do you understand? So for instance, the angel or the jinn, we have not seen it too, so we don't know the how. They don't know the kayf of the angel and the jinn. Do you understand? Because they've not seen it yet. Only if we have seen it, then we'll know the how. Whereas the theologians, they won't say there is no how. There is no how. Because if you say you don't know the how, you are assuming that there is a how. Okay, but let's not even get too far away from the point we want to make. I want to show you how they are applying this principle on the hand, right? We know the meaning, but we don't know the how. If you say what is this meaning that you know, they will say the normal meaning, the apparent meaning, and the apparent meaning is the literal meaning found in the dictionary. Then they will take that first meaning. By the way, they don't take the metaphorical meaning. They will take the meaning that hand, something that is specially extended. And now this is the problem. You see, with hand, is a concrete. That's the Ashris will say is concrete, right? Concrete, and therefore is spatially extended. Okay. Whereas knowledge is not something that is spatially extended. Okay. No. That's why it's easier to affirm knowledge and all these other things than to be affirming concrete attributes. Because concrete attributes is very easy for us to understand it. It's very easy for us to know that this is what you're saying. You say hand and it's spatially extended, it will be something like this, right? It will be like this. Whether it's the jinn or the angel, we know, even if we've not seen them, they are concrete things that have spatial extension, right? So anyway, now here is the problem. When you now bring something like Nuzul, right? So we know the meaning, right? But we don't know the how again. We don't know the how. What is the meaning of Nuzul? If something is here and another thing is here. Nuzul is to go from here, to descend. Now here's where they now say, if you know the meaning of Nuzul and you affirm it, then the Salafis now say that this Nuzul, it is not going from one, that God doesn't leave the throne. So God does not leave this throne and yet he descends. So they deny the meaning, the apparent meaning of Nuzul. That's what they are doing. They are denying the apparent meaning of Nuzul. Of course, you don't know the how. You have denied the apparent meaning. And by the way, we don't have any problem with this because we also believe that God does not descend, literally, of course. But the problem is that, remember that principle that they said in the beginning, that apply the same principle to all. They are not doing that here. They are denying the literal meaning by using this move of God is on the throne and it descends without moving. You see? Now, the other one is boredom, right? Boredom or Malal. They affirm it, and then some of them say it's not an attribute, but some of them say it's an attribute. Do they know the meaning of this one too and the how? Okay. They will say, of course, we know the meaning of boredom as it applies to creatures, and we deny that. So so we know the meaning of let me show you something. This is the meaning of Nuzul as applied to creatures, and we know it. They deny it. They deny it, that it's not the same with God. They are denying the literal meaning. The literal meaning of Nuzul is to go from one place to another, to translocate. The Salafi say God does not leave the throne. He doesn't translocate to the lowest heaven. Do you understand? He doesn't leave the throne and yet he descends somehow. They are denying the literal meaning and affirming something like tafwid al-ma'na. Because if you deny the meaning, all you left with, and you've denied the cave, all you left with is affirming that word. You're just affirming the word and saying you believe in it. And then you don't know the meaning, because the meaning, you've already negated it. But you don't know the how. So you are doing tafwid al-ma'na. You see? That's what they did here. That's why I'm saying they're inconsistent. With, what's it called? With the hand, they will not do that. With the hand, they will not deny the meaning of hand, because they already affirmed that it is spatially extended. You see? Now, with boredom is even worse. Let me show you. We know what boredom is. When you're bored, okay? You feel tired. You feel like, yeah. So, they now say, whatever it is that this boredom is with God, na'uz billah, you see, whatever it is not like this one. It is not like the one with creatures. Okay? It is not like the one with creatures. This boredom or malal, it is, what's it called? It is actually creatures that are getting bored. Like, in the context of the hadith that reports this, they will say, what it means is that God will not get tired until you get tired. That's what the hadith says, or something like that. God will not get bored of answering your prayer until you get bored. So some people say, so that means God will get bored when you're bored. So they ascribe malal to God. That's how they did it, by the way. And obviously there's a very problematic way of ascribing attributes to God. But anyway, they do that. So now, when they now ask them to explain that, why would you say that God gets bored? Na'uz billah. They now said, you see, we know what boredom is with creatures. We know it. And with God, we don't know. Do you see? They are saying number one. We don't know. We don't know. What don't we know? The how. We don't know the how, of course. We don't know the how. But we don't know the meaning too. We don't know the meaning of God being bored. What does that mean? We don't know it. They don't know it. Because when they are asked to explain, what does it mean? They said it's creatures. It means that creatures are the ones that will get tired. God will never get tired. That's how they explain it. You see? So creatures are the ones that boredom applies to. It doesn't apply to God. In the end, they want to tell you the truth. It doesn't apply to God really. Because the apparent meaning of boredom, you cannot... What else? Boredom is boredom. There's nothing mysterious about boredom, bro. There's nothing mysterious about it. If you affirm it, it's either you affirm it or you don't. Now, there's a way you can... If you want to be really, really like on the arguments level, let me tell you, you want to do on the arguments level, anybody can affirm any attributes if he can do tafweed. Because tafweed, in essence, sometimes all you are affirming is the authenticity of the report, of the sifat that's come through report. You are saying we believe whatever it is intended. We don't know what is intended by this, but we believe in it. You will either give another interpretation like ta'wil, like they are doing. See, just go and read what they are saying on this issue of Malal and the issue of Nuzul. You will see that they are inconsistent. They start to reinterpret. They start to do, they don't take things literally anymore, or apparent anymore. This is why it shows more and more that they're actually mujassima. Okay? They are actually mujassima because the only thing they know the meaning is special extension. I'm telling you, this is the only one they know what it means. They will not let you deny this. So, our approach here is that we say, okay, we know what boredom is with creatures. We know what it means. So we deny that for God. That's what we did here. For Nuzul, we say, we know what Nuzul means here as creatures, going from here to here. So God cannot do that. So we deny it for God. For hand too. So when you bring hand, if I now say, I know what hand means for creatures, right? Something specially extended, okay? Something specially extended, probably has fingers or something like that. That's what I know. For God, I don't know the meaning. So I deny it. I deny it for God too. Do you see? This is why this is how you should do if you want to be consistent. You cannot apply one method here and then you don't apply it elsewhere. And the more you go into the kind of attributes that they affirm, the more problematic it gets for them. There are issues about when they talk about istiwa. Okay? There are questions about contact. Does God make contact with it? Okay? Mumassa. There's the issue about Mumassa. Is God contacting the throne? You see, those are problems for them. They have to do, what does that mean? What does it mean? Is it literal? Do we take the literal meaning? Or we don't still know the how, but we affirm it? When you're doing tafweed al-ma'na, or the real tafweed, you might not want to engage. This is what people don't understand. The people that are doing tafweed, they don't want to engage in this discussion sometimes. They don't want to. They don't want to even take a position. They want to say, okay, fine. God has said this and we have reported it. There are people that believe in hadith and the report of what has come in the revelation. They'll say, okay, fine. If God said it, God intended a meaning by it. I might not know that meaning, but I affirm whatever God, I believe in it. Just like the huruful, which one is, what is this word? Alif Lam Mim, all those kind of things. They will say, okay, fine. This problematic attributes that you want to affirm, I don't know the meaning. But God intends something by it. Whatever He intends, I affirm it. I don't know the meaning. You will not say you know the meaning. And when we now ask you, see, this Nuzul just shows it more. What is the meaning of Nuzul? Descent from one place to another. The meaning that they say they know is not descending from one place to another. It's actually remaining where you are and descending. How is that the literal meaning? Of course it's not. This is where you see that most of these people that are against the position of the Asharis and the theologians, their system doesn't go far. It only works on the surface level. The moment you push it a little bit, it starts to crack and you see its flaws. I hope this video helps. Just see, there are many other attributes, by the way, that I can show you. Like these 4, even laughter. By the way, they say laughter is a great making property, which is weird. I'm sure this laughter, do they know the meaning of laughter also? There are many problems with their Aqeedah. I'm telling you. This video is not even like I'm not even going into it, because in another one I will make a proper video where I will show scholars of Ibn Taymiyyah seeing problems. Even them, they are apologists of Ibn Taymiyyah. Western scholars that actually like Ibn Taymiyyah and they believe that he has done something great. They show many problems with his approach on Nuzul. Okay, when it comes to Nuzul, they saw the inconsistency there. And when it comes to the issue of Mumassa, like is God touching the throne, they saw a lot of problems with his method. So it's not just me saying it. In another video, I will make that video, inshallah. But this one, let's just like a preview to that one. So anyway, what do you guys think? Put it in the comment section. See you guys later. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.